Now, in this chapter, we are going to study about the physical features of Southeastern Plateau. We are going to explore the way of life people live in this region. What is the culture? What is the food? What are the economic activities? What are the languages spoken? We are also going to describe the physical features of Eastern Plains and the interrelationship of physical and human environment. So let's start with it. Now, physical features of Southeastern Plateau. As we studied earlier also, the Southeastern Plateau of India is known as the Deccan Plateau. It is a vast and diverse geographical region covering a significant portion of southern India. Now, it is characterized by a range of physical features that have unique landscape. The plateau, with an average elevation ranging from 300 meters to 900 meters above sea level, presents a relatively flat surface interspersed with rolling hills, rugged terrain, and vast expanses of tableland. Now, to the west, it is bordered by Western Ghats, a prominent mountain range known for its lush forests, waterfalls, and diverse flora and fauna. But if we talk of the Eastern Ghats, in the Eastern Ghats, the elevation is less as compared to the Western counterparts. Now, in the Eastern Ghats, they have a lot of forest and they also have a lot of minerals deposits. So, we are going to know what is the difference between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. If we talk of the Western Ghats basically have dense rainforests, right? They have lush green forests. The eastern part of it, the Eastern Ghats, they're less in elevation, but they are important source of minerals. Now, if we talk of Deccan Plateau, it is always well drained because now we are talking of lush green forests. That is only possible if we have lot of irrigation facilities. Now, this is naturally drained with lot of rivers like Godavari, Krishna, Tungabhadra, and Kaveri. They're crisscrossing their expanse. These rivers, they have a carved fertile valleys. They have deltas because these deltas and valleys, they help in supporting the agriculture and irrigation in this region. Now, the plateau is renowned for its volcanic features, including basaltic lava plateaus, volcanic cone, and extensive lava flows. Now, among this, the notable landmark of Ajanta and Ellora caves, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We have studied about a lot of UNESCO World Heritage Site when we studied about the monuments, right? We talked of Taj Mahal, and here also, this is also considered as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, what is the difference between Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats? Western Ghats have a higher elevation as compared to Eastern Ghats. Now, Western Ghats are famous for forests and they have lush green dense forests, while the Eastern Ghats, they are a rich source of minerals. Now, let's come to the climate. Deccan Plateau varies from tropical in low-lying areas to subtropical and temperate in the higher elevation. Now, how do they vary in the climate? In the Deccan Plateau, what kind of climate do we have? We have tropical climate. But in the, if we talk of the other ways, we talk of the low-lying areas of subtropical and temperate climates. Now, summers can be exceedingly hot over here. The plateaus experience a distinct monsoon season during southwest monsoons, and they have a varied topography and different climate zone, because of which there is a lot of range of biodiversity, making a home to various species of flora and fauna. The forests in the western Eastern Ghats are particularly rich in biodiversity with numerous endemic species. Why is this possible? Because this is like a flat area. This is not very high on elevation. This has a lot of water available. If we talk of the agriculture is basically a significant activity on this. People grow crops like millets, pulses, cotton because water is abundantly available in oil seeds. The abundant river facility forms an extensive agriculture because of the irrigation part. Now, the Deccan Plateau is also home to several major cities, including Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Pune, Chennai, and they are hubs of commerce, technology, and culture in India. If we talk of the main occupation of the Deccan Plateau, then we'll say the major is agriculture. Then after this, we also have the IT hub, and along with this, Deccan Plateau has some physical feature which help in crucial life of people in terms of landscape, economy, and cultural diversity, because it is a region of great significance in southern India, right? Now, how do people live over here? Let's understand that. If we talk about the culture in this region is a tapestry woven with various influences. Now, it has a lot of traditional art forms, music, dance and festival that are distinct to the Deccan. Now you have to remember this. What is special about this culture? The special thing about this culture is that it encompasses a lot of traditional art forms, music, dance and festivals, which is very particular to this particular region. So people over here celebrate a lot of festivals like Ugadi, with the Telugu New Year and Pongal, and the Tamil Harvest Festival. So what is the Tamil Harvest Festival? Pongal. They also have a lot of folk music and dance, which is very famous, the Bari dance and the Kulata dance, which is very famous to this particular region. So let's do it nicely. What is the culture of these people? They have traditional forms. It encompasses a lot of traditional dance forms and a lot of festivals, which makes the region really special. Now, they are really fond of delectable food. The scrumptious food that they eat is really flavorful. They include millets, rice, lentils and vegetables that form their staple diet. Now, what is a typical meal of Deccan Plateau people include? It includes dishes like biryani, dosa, idli, vada and various chutneys. The use of spices is very common here, and tamarind is a favorite souring agent. So which is the major spice used here is tamarind. Then if we talk of the economic activities, agriculture is a prominent economic activity in the Deccan Plateau. This region is known for growing crops like rice, millets, pulses and cotton. Why? Why do we grow all these crops? We grow crops as per the availability of water. Now they require a lot of water, and water is available abundantly because of these rivers. Now they have these crops growing here with irrigation from rivers like all the rivers we have mentioned here. Animals husbandry, including cattle rearing, is also essential to the livelihood of many people. So if we talk of the what is the source of economic activity, one is agriculture. पैसा कहाँ से आता है? इनका मेन काम क्या है? एग्रीकल्चर है. दूसरा काम क्या है? ये लोग क्या करते हैं? एनिमल हस्बेंड्री में की वजह से इनको पैसा आता है. Right. Then the third occupation is, I told you that it is like a IT hub also. Right. And along with this, we have livelihood giving to people because this region has witnessed a lot of industrial and technical growth in the recent years. And that is why, if you see, Bengaluru is becoming a major IT and tech hub. Is it clear? Now let's come to what are the languages spoken. We talked of the culture, we talked of the food, we talked of economic activities. Language कौन सी यूज करते हैं? Now their languages are diverse, right? As the food is diverse. ये कौन सी लैंग्वेज यूज करते हैं? तेलुगु, कन्नड़, तमिल, मलयालम, ये सारी लैंग्वेज बोलते हैं. उसके अलावा मराठी और कोंकणी भी बोलते हैं और हिंदी और इंग्लिश भी बोलते हैं. So what are the language spoken here? Telugu, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Marathi, Konkani, Hindi or English. Right? Hindi and English are also widely understood and used, particularly urban areas among the younger generation. अब ये लोग रहते कैसे हैं ये समझते हैं. वे ऑफ लाइफ. द वे ऑफ लाइफ इन डेक्कन प्लेट्यू इज कैरेक्टराइज अ ब्लेंड ऑफ ट्रेडिशन एंड मॉडर्निटी. ट्रेडिशन भी है और मॉडर्न भी है. इट्स अ फ्यूजन ऑफ बोथ ऑफ इट. व्हाइल पीपल होल्ड ऑन टू देयर कल्चरल रूट्स एंड ट्रेडिशंस, दे आर आल्सो ओपन टू एम्ब्रेसिंग टेक्नोलॉजिकल एडवांसमेंट. तो डेफिनेटली अपने कल्चर को ये लोग नहीं भूले हैं, बट जितना भी राइज हो रहा है टेक्नोलॉजी में उसको भी एम्ब्रेस करके उसको भी लेके चलते हैं. The plateau has a strong tradition of craftsmanship and producing items such as bidri ware, a form of metalwork, and hand woven textile. तो अगर हम बात करते हैं कि इनका कल्चर क्या है, इनका कल्चर है कि यहाँ पे बहुत सारे फेस्टिवल्स होते हैं, बहुत सारे फोक डांसेस हैं. उसके अलावा एक चीज आपको जो याद रखनी है, इस प्लेट्यू में एक क्राफ्टमैनशिप बहुत फेमस है जिसमें आप मेटल वर्क और हैंड वुमन टेक्सटाइल का काम करते हैं, उसको बिदरी वेयर कहते हैं. राइट. Then let's come to the urban center. Urban center में बहुत सारी ऑप्शंस हैं इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी की, क्योंकि यहाँ पर आपको एजुकेशन में एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलता है and they live a cosmopolitan lifestyle. The Deccan Plateau is also known for ancient rock art with numerous rock shelters and caves containing prehistoric paintings and carvings. These artworks provide valuable insights into lives and cultures of early human inhabitants in the region. तो ये जो Deccan Plateau में caves है ना, rock shelters और caves हैं, तो ये हमारा natural heritage को encourage करते हैं ना. People go into it, find what kind of life they have led, what all they experience. Now let's talk of Eastern Plains. We have talked of the Deccan Plateau, we know about it. And now let's come to the Eastern Plains. ईस्टर्न प्लेन्स जो है वो इंडो गैंगनेटिक प्लेन्स भी कहलाते हैं या नॉर्थ इंडियन प्लेन भी कहते हैं। इसके अंदर सिग्निफिकेंट रीजन आता है कंट्री का। ये जो प्लेन होते हैं स्ट्रेच फ्रॉम ईस्टर्न फ्रिंजेस ऑफ इंडिया नियर द बे ऑफ बंगाल टू द फुटहिल्स ऑफ हिमालयस इन द नॉर्थ। एंड नाउ लेट्स डेल्व इनटू देयर टोपोग्राफी एंड ऑल द फिजिकल फीचर्स। यहाँ पे भी जो टोपोग्राफी है ये बहुत रेस नहीं है, एलिवेशन वाइज ज्यादा नहीं है। ये जो जगह है फ्लैट और एक्सपेंसिव लैंडस्केप है। ये यहाँ पर लो लाइंग एंड जेंटली स्लोपिंग एरियाज हैं। यहाँ पर एक लेवल टेरेन है, इस करके एग्रीकल्चर एक्टिविटी बहुत कॉमन है यहाँ पे। इसकी फ्लैटनेस की वजह से यहाँ पे एल्यूवियल डिपॉजिट्स हैं जो रिवर लेके आते हैं, जो वो पूरा टाइम फ्लो करते हैं, स्पेशली गंगा, ब्रह्मपुत्र और उसकी ट्रिब्यूटरी। तो फ्लैट टोपोग्राफी होने का फायदा होता है कि वहाँ पर एग्रीकल्चर आप आराम से एग्रीकल्चर इजीली हो जाता है। एग्रीकल्चर बिकम्स द बैकबोन ऑफ दैट इंडस्ट्री। हियर द सॉइल दैट इज वेरी फेमस इज एल्यूवियल सॉइल। तो रिवर आ रहा है, रिवर के साथ जो सेडिमेंट्स आ रहे हैं वो डिपॉजिट कर रहे हैं ना, रिवर से बहुत सारे रिवर फ्लो कर रहे हैं तो वो एक सेडिमेंट डिपॉजिट कर रहे हैं, क्या बना रहे हैं, फर्टाइल एल्यूवियल सॉइल जो बार बार रिप्लेनिश हो रही है। और जब ये एल्यूवियल सॉइल है सो ना इट इज बेसिकली हेल्पिंग अ लॉट ऑफ क्रॉप्स टू थ्राइव। So the plains are renowned for their fertile alluvial soil, which is continually replenished by sediments deposited by the rivers over thousands of years. This rich soil is highly conducive to agriculture and is primary reason for region's agricultural productivity. The fertile land supports the cultivation of various crops, making it one of the most agriculture productive regions in India. तो अगर हम बात करें ईस्टर्न प्लेन्स की, ये सबसे ज्यादा प्रोडक्टिव रीजन है। बिकॉज प्रोडक्टिव रीजन क्यों है, बिकॉज इरिगेशन फैसिलिटी अच्छी है, एल्यूवियल सॉइल है, इस करके एग्रीकल्चर का ग्रोथ, यहाँ पे क्रॉप का जो ग्रोथ है बहुत अच्छा है। Then we talk of river system. The Indo-Gangetic plains are crisscrossed by an intricate network of rivers. The Ganga and the Brahmaputra are the two major river systems. तो हम Indo-Gangetic plain जो ईस्टर्न प्लेन्स हैं उसके अंदर जो मेजर जो आपके रिवर है वो गंगा और ब्रह्मपुत्र हैं, with numerous tributaries like Yamuna, Gandak and Kosi। और इसकी tributaries हैं यमुना, गंडक and Kosi। These rivers are not only vital for irrigation but also hold immense cultural and religious significance for the people of the region। So ये सिर्फ एग्रीकल्चर में काम नहीं आते हैं, लोग इनकी पूजा भी करते हैं, right? They have a lot of religious and cultural importance। The rivers also contribute to the formation of fertile cratmen known as doabs, right? ये doabs के formation में भी help करते हैं। देन फ्लडिंग एंड इरोजन। अब यहाँ पर जब पानी इतना ज्यादा अवेलेबल, एक तरफ तो हमने एरिड रीजन लाइक हमने पढ़ा ग्रेट इंडियन डेजर्ट जैसे जहाँ पे पानी की इतनी कमी है, राइट? यहाँ पर फ्लड आने के चांसेस बहुत ज्यादा रहते हैं। वाइल द रिवर्स ब्रिंग फर्टिलिटी टू द प्लेन दे कैन ऑल्सो क्लॉज फ्लडिंग एंड इरोजन ड्यूरिंग द मॉनसून। अब जब बाढ़ भी आ जाती है और बहुत ज्यादा डिल्यूज रहता है पानी से, फ्लडिंग जो एक डबल एज स्पोर्ट है, बिकॉज एज इट इज रिजुविनेटिंग द सॉइल। फ्लडिंग से सॉइल तो रिजुविनेट हो रही है बट सॉइल, ये इसका डिवास्टेटिंग इफेक्ट भी होता है, बिकॉज डिवास्टेटिंग इफेक्ट ऐसा रहता है कि सब कुछ नुकसान कर देता है। एट टाइम्स कंप्लीट ना लाइवलीहुड इज रूइंड। So the government has implemented various flood control measures to mitigate the impact of flood. Now government is working very hard so that the results are not affecting people. Then let's talk of climate. तो यहाँ का क्लाइमेट है वो सब ट्रॉपिकल से ट्रॉपिकल होता है विद डिस्टिंक्ट वेट एंड ड्राई सीजन। अगर हम बात करते हैं आपके डेक्कन प्लेट्यू की, वहां पे क्लाइमेट कैसा होता है, सब ट्रॉपिकल ट्रॉपिकल क्लाइमेट होता है। यहाँ पे भी सब ट्रॉपिकल क्लाइमेट होता है, वेटर ड्राई सीजन होता है। वहां पे आपकी बहुत डिस्टिंक्ट ना आपका गर्मी का सीजन में बहुत गर्मी होती है, राइट? यहाँ पे जो मानसून है जो जून में आता है and last of September brings heavy rainfall and is crucial for agriculture। ये जो मानसून आता है वो जून में आता है, ठीक है, और सितंबर तक रहता है। जून टिल सितंबर इज द मानसून सीजन and it brings a lot of rainfall। Summers can be hot and humid while winters are relatively cooler, right? Then biodiversity. Despite being a highly cultivated region and the Indo-Gangetic plain supports a variety of wildlife including bird species, reptiles and small mammals, wetlands and marshes along the rivers provide crucial habitats for migratory birds। Then are the urban center। इनके urban centers कौन से हैं? कोलकाता है, दिल्ली है, पटना है, लखनऊ है। These urban centers are hub to economic, cultural and political activity। अब यहाँ पे ना ये जो लोग रहते हैं ये कैसे रहते हैं? The way of life of people in the eastern plains of India, often referred to as the Indo-Gangetic plains, is deeply rooted in rich cultural heritage, diverse cuisine, and a mix of traditional and modern economic activities। अब इनका कल्चर क्या है? जो इनका कल्चर है बहुत सारे ना डांसेस हैं, बहुत सारे ट्रेडिशंस हैं। जैसे कस्टम्स बहुत सारे हैं, बहुत सारे रिचुअल्स हैं, हिंदुज्म, बुद्धिज्म और लोग यहाँ पे रहते हैं, और भी रिलीजन के लोग यहाँ रहते हैं। यहाँ पे दिवाली, दुर्गा पूजा, होली और ईद सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, खूब मजे से सेलिब्रेट करते हैं। जो क्लासिकल डांस फॉर्म है कथक और भारतनाट्यम, दे हैव एक्चुअली been originated from this particular area, right? Now, why do you think festival like Diwali, Durga Puja, and Holi and Eid are celebrated with great fervor in the eastern plates of India? Because all the people of different religion live here, and they celebrate this to enhance their bonding with each other. How does this festival reflect the rich cultural heritage of the region? This festival depicts that different people are living in a place and they're uniting, and they celebrate all these festivals with a lot of fervor. 10 is the food. अब खाते क्या हैं? Let's understand. And they are very we have talked about the Deccan Plateau, क्या क्या खाते हैं, idli, dosa, biryani. These people, they also gorge into different fusion of food. Rice is the staple grain, and then rice-based dishes like biryani, pulao, and khichdi is very popular here. They're also very famous for sweets like rasgulla, sandesh, and various forms of pitha. Fish and seafood are significant components of a diet, especially in coastal areas like West Bengal and Orissa. Bengali cuisine is with this emphasis on sweets, and fish is famous across India. Now, if we talk of food, we have talked about the staple diet is rice, and all the food made from rice is very famous. Along with this area is famous for what? Is famous for sweets like rasgulla, sandesh, etc. I hope you're drooling right now, but yes, this is the specialty of this region. If we talk of Kolkata, which is the major cities in Eastern Plains, it is known for its rich cultural heritage. It is also known as cultural capital of India. It is not only a hub for classical arts and literature, but also a birthplace of Bengali Renaissance, a cultural and intellectual movement that had profound impact on Indian literature in 19th and earlier 20th century. Now, we talked about the food also. अब बात करते हैं यहाँ पे पैसे कैसे आते हैं, इनका मेन इकोनॉमिक एक्टिविटी क्या है। एग्रीकल्चर इनका बैकबोन है, बिकॉज यहाँ पे फर्टाइल एलिवेलेंट सॉइल है, जो गैंजीज और ब्रह्मपुत्र फीड कर रहे हैं, उन्हें बहुत सारा पानी दे रहे हैं, जिसकी वजह से कल्टीवेशन ऑफ क्रॉप्स लाइक राइस, वीट, जूट, शुगर केन एंड पल्सेस इज पॉसिबल। फिशिंग भी बहुत ज़्यादा फेमस है यहाँ पे। उसके अलावा फिशिंग के अलावा अगर हम देखें, यहाँ पे बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज हैं, टेक्सटाइल्स, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंड इंफॉर्मेशन हब भी है यहाँ पे, स्पेशली इन सिटीज लाइक कोलकाता एंड नोएडा, राइट। Then let's come to the language spoken. The language, it is very linguistically diverse. There are people who are polyglots who speak in more than one language. Bengali predominant है यहाँ पर वेस्ट बंगाल और बांग्लादेश में स्पेशली। और अगर हम बात करते हैं बिहार और यूपी में, तो वहाँ हिंदी और भोजपुरी बोली जाती है। उसके अलावा जो सबसे पुरानी लैंग्वेज है उड़ीसा की, वो उड़िया, और आसाम की असमीज है। अगर हम बात करें इंग्लिश, इट इज वाइडली अंडरस्टूड स्पेशली इन अर्बन एरियाज among the educated population, right? How do the people live over here? The way of life in the Eastern Plains is characterized by strong family bond and reverence for traditions. Joint families are common, and rituals and festivals hold a great importance. Traditional crafts and handloom industries flourish, producing intricate textile, pottery and art. यहाँ पे जो यूनिवर्सिटी बहुत फेमस है वो BHU है, बनारस हिंदू यूनिवर्सिटी. This region's educational institution, including university like Jadavpur, Banaras Hindu University, they contribute significantly to the academic and intellectual life of India. अब हम बात करते हैं कि ये सब तो है, बट इसका जो फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट है उसका ह्यूमन रिलेशन क्या है. सो देयर इज अ बिग रिलेशन बिटवीन द फिजिकल एंड ह्यूमन एनवायरनमेंट विच इज द फंडामेंटल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ हाउ सोसाइटीज डेवलप एंड फंक्शन. इसका मतलब है द कॉम्प्लेक्स एंड डायनेमिक इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन नेचर एंड ह्यूमन एंड चॉइसेस. तो अगर आपका ह्यूमन बींग्स जैसा बिहेव करें, दैट रिजल्ट्स, दैट अफेक्ट्स द एनवायरनमेंट. लेट्स टेल हाउ. नाउ इफ वी टॉक ऑफ रिसोर्स यूटिलाइजेशन, जो रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल है ह्यूमन उसको प्रॉपरली यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं ना. ह्यूमन सोसाइटी जो है फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट पे क्यों डिपेंडेंट है? बिकॉज उन्हें बहुत सारे रिसोर्सेज मिल रहे हैं, जैसे water, food, minerals and energy. This interdependence has led to development of various resource management system. Humans क्यों dependent है? Because उन्हें water, food, energy और resources मिल रहे हैं. इसी वजह से उन्होंने एक resource management system बनाया. अगर हम बात करें, एक एग्जाम्पल है, एग्रीकल्चर जो है वो किस पे डिपेंड है? सॉइल, क्लाइमेट और वाटर अवेलेबिलिटी. इंडस्ट्रीज किसके ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है? नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के ऊपर डिपेंडेंट है. इसी करके सस्टेनेबल रिसोर्स मैनेजमेंट जो है एक क्रूशियल टूल है टू मेंटेन अ हार्मनी, मेंटेन अ बैलेंस बिटवीन ह्यूमन नीड्स एंड एनवायरमेंटल प्रिजर्वेशन, राइट। ना इज द सेटलमेंट इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, आप कहाँ जाके रहना पसंद करेंगे? जहाँ पे आपको सारी फैसिलिटीज मिले। आप ऐसी जगह जाके रहना पसंद करेंगे जहाँ पे बहुत एक्सट्रीमली निपी वेदर है, ठंड है या पानी अवेलेबल नहीं है? नहीं, यहाँ पे जो चॉइस होती है ना ह्यूमंस की, वो डिपेंड करती है फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट पे। जो कोस्टल एरियाज हैं, लोग कोस्टल एरियाज के पास क्यों जाके रहना पसंद करते हैं? क्योंकि वहाँ पे बसलिंग पोर्ट्स एंड सिटीज हैं, बिकॉज ऑफ दे क्लोज टू द वाटर बॉडीज एंड ट्रेड रूट्स। नाउ अर्बन प्लानिंग कंसिडर्स फैक्टर्स लाइक टोपोग्राफी, क्लाइमेट एंड एक्सेस टू रिसोर्सेज। अगर आप अर्बन एरिया में जाके रहना चाहते हैं तो आप ये देखेंगे कि वहाँ का लैंड टोपोग्राफी क्या है, एलिवेटेड, बहुत एलिवेटेड होगा, द ब्रीदिंग प्रॉब्लम, राइट। Then climate कैसा है, can you survive in that climate, and access to resources. The construction of infrastructure such as road, bridges and buildings is tailored to fit the natural landscape. Engineering solutions such as flood defenses are implemented to adapt to environmental challenges. Now let's come to cultural practice. Culture, tradition, customs and beliefs are deeply intertwined with the physical environment. For example, indigenous cultures often have spiritual connections to specific natural features like mountains, rivers and forests. Rituals and ceremonies may be tied to agricultural season or celestial events. Traditional clothing, architecture and cuisine can also be influenced by the local geography and climate. तो आप जिस तरीके से ड्रेस होते हैं, आप जो कल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस होते हैं, वो भी आपका इन्वायरमेंट पर बहुत आपका ना डिपेंड करता है। The first thing was resource utilization, in which we said that now it is very important for the humans are dependent on resources, and this resource management is really crucial because it is all interlinked. If we talk of agriculture की अगर बात करते हैं, agriculture is dependent on soil, agriculture is dependent on climate, agriculture is dependent on water availability. Similarly, industries are dependent on the natural products available through these agriculture. So there we have to have a sustainable resource management to maintain a balance between nature and environment. Then if we talk of settlement, people generally go to coastal areas because it is bustling with ports and water facility, river bodies. Then whenever we choose a place to live in urban, we have to take care of the topography, climate and access to resources. The cultural practices are also intertwined to that particular region. Then is climate and adaptation. Climate patterns and variations have a profound impact on human societies. People adapt their lifestyle, clothing and agricultural practice cope with the different climatic conditions. अब जैसा climate होगा वैसे ही कपड़े पहनेंगे. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts and wildfires can disrupt daily life and necessitate preparedness and resilience strategies. तो वहाँ पे ऐसे भी चांसेस होते हैं, तो इसके लिए वो लोग ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर्ड होते हैं कि ऐसे एक्सट्रीम कंडीशन में जब हरिकेन आ जाए, ड्राउट हो जाए या वाइल्ड फायर हो जाए, तो वो अपने आप को कैसे बचाएंगे. देन इज द एनवायरमेंटल इम्पैक्ट. Human activities can have significant consequences for the physical environment. Deforestation, pollution, overfishing, and industrial emission can degrade natural ecosystem and land can disrupt the ecological balance. अगर हम देखें को अगर इंसान बहुत ज़्यादा पेड़ हटा देगा, पोल्यूशन ज़्यादा कर देगा, फिशिंग या ओवर फिशिंग कर दी, इंडस्ट्री से जो वेस्ट डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है अगर वो ज़्यादा निकलेगा तो वो आपके एरिया को पोल्यूट करेगा. इसकी वजह से आपकी हेल्थ, लाइवलीहुड और क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ डिस्टर्ब होगी. इस करके सस्टेनेबल फैक्टर्स और कंजर्वेशन एफर्ट्स बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट हैं कि इन चीज़ों का इफेक्ट आपकी लाइफ पर ना आए. वी ऑल्सो विल स्टडी अबाउट डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट. अगर हम बात करें इन्वायरमेंट का, नेचुरल इन्वायरमेंट का, ह्यूमन इन्वायरमेंट का, नेचुरल डिजास्टर्स पर आपका कोई कंट्रोल नहीं है. जैसे अर्थक्वेक आ गया, सुनामी आ गया, फ्लड आ गया, बट इसके लिए आप प्रिपेयर्ड अगर हैं तो आप रिकवरी एफर्ट्स कर सकते हैं, जिसमें इट इंक्लूड्स इन द अंडरस्टैंडिंग द लोकल ज्योग्राफी, प्रोटेक्टिंग रिस्क एंड इम्प्लीमेंटिंग प्रोटेक्टिव मेजर टू सेफगार्ड ह्यूमन लाइफ एंड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. अगर आपको पहले से पता है ना, दे आर फोकस डन, बट इवन इफ दे आर फोकस, the focus is not able to predict what is going to happen the next moment, then you are prepared. It involves the understanding of the local geography, predicting risk and implementing those protective measures so that your life is safeguarded. Then is urbanization. As we have studied in the last chapter, people are moving from rural areas to the urban areas. Why? Because they want a better life. Now, rapid urbanization is a global phenomenon. It is shaped by the physical environment, right? Cities grow near water sources for drinking and sanitation. जो सिटीज कहाँ पर ज़्यादा होती हैं, जहाँ पे पानी जो है बहुत अच्छे से अवेलेबल है, Transportation networks follow topographical features, and green spaces are integrated into urban planning for climate regulation and recreation. अर्बनाइजेशन में अगर अर्बनाइजेशन हो रहा है तो वहां पे कैसे होगा, वो फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट पे डिपेंड करेगा. सिटीज कहाँ ग्रो करेंगे, जहाँ वाटर अबंडेंस में, वहां पे उसकी फ्लैट टोपोग्राफी होगी, ट्रांसपोर्टेशन अवेलेबल होगा. उसके अलावा अगर ग्रीन स्पेस होगी तो पार्क बन सकते हैं, एरिया ऑफ रिक्रिएशन बन सकता है. Then is the environmental ethics. Whatever we get from the nature, whatever we're getting for free, comes with something hidden in it. We also need to make a balance with it. The relationship between the physical and human environment extends to ethical consideration. So यहाँ पे हमारे ethical consideration है. Concepts like environmental ethics and sustainability reflects the moral dimension of how humans interact and impact the natural world. तो दो चीजें आपको याद करनी है, वो आपकी हैं कि आपका जो इन्वायरमेंटल एथिक्स है और कैसे सस्टेनेबिलिटी को लेके चलेंगे, वो रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा कि आपने मॉरली इस चीज को कैसे मेंटेन करके चलना है. These ethical frameworks guide decision making and policies to ensure responsible environmental stewardship. So this is only possible if you maintain your environmental balance, if you work on environmental ethics and work on sustainability of the nature. So this is really important. We've studied this in detail. Let's now jump to the question answers, and you would love doing it because it will be like a piece of cake for you. So what is the Deccan Plateau famous for? Dense rainforest. Which festival is celebrated in Tamil as a harvest festival? In North we say it as Baisakhi, in Tamil we say this as Pongal, right? Then which of the following rivers is not found in Indo-Gangetic plain? इंडो-गैग्नेटिक प्लेन में कौन सा रिवर नहीं आता है, तो हम बात करते हैं तो इंडो-गैग्नेटिक प्लेन में तुंगभद्रा नहीं आता है. प्राइमरी रीजन फॉर फर्टिलिटी है आपका इंडो-गैग्नेटिक प्लेन में कि वहां पे एलुवियल सॉइल बहुत है. कौन सी लैंग्वेज उड़ीसा में बोली जाती है? उड़िया. हाउ डज द फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट इन्फ्लुएंस सेटलमेंट पैटर्न? अगर फिजिकल एनवायरनमेंट बिकॉज cultural practice, shaping infrastructural development, controlling daily emission by regulating resource utilization. Then what is the main focus of environmental ethics? इसमें environmental ethics का basically the responsible environmental stewardship. Then which factor can disrupt daily life and necessities preparedness and resilience strategy? क्या disrupt कर सकता है? आपका कौन सा होता है? What? Cultural practice, extreme weather events, environmental impact और urbanization. So हम कौन सा फैक्टर है जो आपका आपके ना प्रिपेयरनेस को खत्म कर सकता है? एनवायरनमेंट का आपका एनवायरनमेंट इम्पैक्ट है, कल्चरल प्रैक्टिस है, या एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स है, या फिर आपका अर्बनाइजेशन है. सो what can disrupt? The thing that can disrupt your necessity is the extreme weather events. Then let's come to the next thing. The Deccan Plateau is characterized by high mountain peaks. No, they just have 300 to 900 meter elevation. The Deccan Plateau is well drained with numerous major rivers. Yes. In the eastern plains, English is widely understood but not spoken. No. Traditional art forms, music and dance are not significant. They are very, very significant. Sustainable resource management is not crucial for maintaining a harmonious balance between human need and environment. No, this is false. The physical environment has no influence on cultural tradition. No, it has. Environmental ethics guide responsibly. Environment stewardship, yes. A rapid urbanization is solely influenced by population growth. It is not only influenced by population. There are many other reasons. There are reasons like climate, topography, and other reasons. The Deccan Plateau is renowned for its ancient rock art found in numerous rock shelters and caves. Right? So rock shelters and caves. Dash is the popular dance drama of Maharashtra. इसको तमाशा कहते हैं. ठीक है. Then in eastern plate, Dash is the उड़िया बोली जाती है. Then the Deccan Plateau is known for its diverse and flavorful cuisine. Then human societies rely on physical environment for essential sources like water, food, and minerals and energy. Then climate patterns and variations have a profound impact on human society, influencing their lifestyle, clothing, and agricultural practices. Then the relationship between the physical and human environment extends to ethical concerns such as what is there? Then the environmental. So this is environmental ethics. Rapid urbanization is influenced by factors like proximity to rivers or water bodies. You can write water bodies as well. Now, let's come to question answers. Explain how the climate in the Deccan Plateau varies with elevation. The climate in the, if we talk of the climate, which we have studied in the chapter in the beginning, the climate varies as per the climate varies as per the elevation. So, if we see the climate over here varies in Deccan Plateau, it is tropical in the low-lying areas to subtropical and temperate in the higher elevations. So, this is how the climate varies, and the summers are exceedingly hot, while the plateau experiences a distinct monsoon season during the southwest monsoon. So, this is how the climate varies as per the elevation. Now, let's come to the next question. The next question is, what are the main economic activities in Eastern Plains apart from agriculture? So, if we talk of the main economic activities, it is first agriculture, animal husbandry, then they are very good at craftsmanship, then there's a big IT hub. Then how does cultural heritage contribute to the identity of Deccan Plateau region? If we talk of the cultural, there are traditional art forms, there is music, there is dance. It is very famous for the festivals they celebrate like Ugadi, Pongal, and this all along with this Bidri ware, which is a special craftsmanship of which is very famous over here. Describe the impact of extreme weather events on human society in the context of interrelation between the physical and human environment. The impact of extreme weather events, like if we talk of extreme weather events like tsunami, hurricane, drought, it has a great impact on human life, but people living here are prepared to manage with the environment. Then explains the significance of Western and Eastern Ghats in the Deccan Plateau geography. If we talk of Western Ghat, they are situated on the western side and the Eastern Ghat on the eastern side. The Western Ghat are higher in elevation as compared to the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghat, they are very famous for the lush green forest, while the Eastern Ghats are very that important source of minerals. So there are a lot of minerals that are found in the Eastern Ghats. Then describe two cultural festivals celebrated in the Deccan Plateau. The two cultural festivals that are celebrated is Pongal and Ugadi. Then, how does physical environment influence the choice of settlement location in coastal areas? The people living in coastal areas choose this place because this is a hustling and a bustling place where there are a lot of ports, there's a lot of transportation available, and there's right geography, right climate for people to survive and get into a lot of livelihoods. Then, what is the interrelation between resource utilization and sustainable resources in the context of human environment interaction? Provide example also. Now we have a great relationship between the resource utilization and the sustainable resources management, because everything humans are dependent on resources. For example, if we talk of agriculture, agriculture thrives with great water availability, with nice soil and abundant of irrigation facilities, and people the climb all these things basically feed the industries. The industries thrive on all these natural elements of like soil, agriculture, because if this is available, then if agriculture provides you right things, then the industries can work. So there is a balance. So if we have a balance between resource utilization, sustainable resource management, then we are able to cope up with the environment and we are able to maintain a harmonious balance in between the two. Discuss the impact of rapid urbanization, the physical and human environment in Deccan Plateau. What challenges and opportunities does urbanization present? If we talk of rapid urbanization is a result of people migrating to these areas basically because they are having flat topography, they are richly fed with rivers, and they help in the thriving of people because it provides them sustainable life practices. It has a lot of challenges because there are times when there are disasters like hurricanes, floods, etc. And the opportunities are it provides a lot of livelihood which help people live here in a sustainable environment. So this was all about the chapter and the question answers. I hope you got it well. If you have any doubt, you can buzz us. Happy learning.